cultivators.
Hello.
Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about Master Modo. I'm Roy, and I wonder how many drops of blood there are in this blood wedding.
And I'm Fallon, also known as the I'm Just Holes curse. I'm just a hole.
Foul.
Yeah, pretty fucking terrible. Sorry about that, Sam. Speaking of Sam, we have a guest on, and I think he should definitely introduce himself because Sam is quite a general name.
Hi, I'm Sam. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just happy to be here. Folks, talk about a red wedding.
Talk about a red wedding. There's a lot of kind of things along that line in this episode. We have a bit of a floor map, if you will.
I guess we kind of had a bit of a floor map. And here I thought you just picked me because my favorite zombie boy is in this one.
He is! Everybody's favorite zombie boy!
Within 5 frames, I said, thank you, Roy.
Yes.
We should all be so grateful as to get to experience the first 5 seconds where he shows up.
It was wonderful, like a little treat, because you think something bad is going to happen, and then it's just your little guy.
It's just our little guy. He's just here.
I didn't watch the previous episodes, so I don't even have to deal with the suspense. I just get to see my guy.
Yeah.
There he is.
He's a special boy. Here comes a special boy. You didn't even know the special boy was coming. He had his stealth boots on. I was driving home.
Oh, is that what they meant by
yesterday.
why are you dressed like that?
Yeah.
Why did he say that? He's just dressed like he always is. He's just dirty.
Many times in my notes I wrote, Roy and Fallon will know what this means. That was one of them. Apparently, I was wrong.
Maybe they should have more accurately translated it like, why are you styled like that?
Why are you
Because his hair was a little fucked up. Not his usual coiffure, for sure.
He's kind of got some sticks in there, like he's kind of trying to do like some antlers, maybe.
He was wearing a stealth wig.
Yeah.
Trying to go for a really literal Maury K look.
He was putting on his tactical ghillie suit. He was trying something out.
Forest girl moments.
Forest girl moments. I was driving up from work yesterday, and I was thinking about this episode, and I started imagining a guy to get mad at. I was like, who would not enjoy Wending? And I got very mad at this man that I invented.
I think there's several characters in this episode that you're thinking of. Quite a few people who don't enjoy his works.
You know what? I feel like I could hunt for 5 minutes in this ornery-ass, contrarian-ass fandom on Twitter.com or Tumblr.com and find somebody who misagrees with what Wending stands for.
He's literally too nice. His smile is too warm.
He's literally nice.
He's killed people before, so...
It's literally not his fault.
Also, Xiong is my favorite character, but Wending has killed people before, so why do you stand him?
He's literally nice.
This is just baseless conjecture.
It's literally not his fault. He didn't ask to be a zombie. He was dead. He had no say in it.
He literally did not ask. He's just fucking here now, and he's making the best of it.
He's making do.
Zombie boys make do.
Yeah.
Furious. What? Fuck. Sorry, I don't know this. I don't know this show that well. I think they were called Furious Corpses or something on the wiki.
Fierce corpses.
Fierce corpses. Fierce corpses make do.
They do.
Corpses that are just so mad. Furious corpses. I actually really like that.
I mean, there is one in this series.
True.
Yeah.
Now that is a true furious corpse in the series, and you are spot on for that one.
I hope anyone listening doesn't take my ignorance for disrespect. I enjoy the show very much. I just haven't had an opportunity to watch the whole thing.
It's all right.
There is a lot of content within it to consume. No court could possibly convict you for that.
I haven't been here since the divorce boat episode. I assume. I mean, it's been like 70 episodes. I assume that you've all gotten very good at pronouncing the names. I've studied up to try to keep up with that, but
that's so valiant of you.
It is admirable, and we appreciate that for sure.
It's honorable.
I think God help me.
for all of the guests that we've had on, I feel like the vast majority of them have actually put an effort into pronouncing the names as close to correctly as, we non-Chinese speaking folks can.
Yeah. Once again, you make do.
Speaking. Sorry.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that. We watched an episode though, is the point. That's why we're here today.
We did.
It's episode 32. It's season 3, I think episode 9. For some reason at the beginning of it says it's episode 8 for me on my subtitles, which doesn't add up.
No.
So, I don't know.
Plus we did episode 8 last time.
Yeah, we did episode 8 last time, so the subtitles are simply wrong.
Yeah.
Which is excellent to deal with.
I like to think of 9 as the sequel to 8.
It's like that gives me a little bit of pause, because if they get the number of the episode wrong, what else have they gotten wrong in the subtitle that we just don't know about?
I mean, these are the same subtitlers who decided that Chenxing is translated as nostalgia.
And
they gave him the nostalgia critic as his flute.
Nightless is just Never Night.
Yeah, Never Nude City. We've been over this.
Which is just like a middle school young adult fantasy novel city name.
He didn't actually say, "Why are you dressed like that?" He actually said, "Bro, your wig is loose" or something. He said, "Wait, are you dead?"
Wait.
Hold on. You're kind of looking dead right now.
He asked him if he was dead, and then he pulled his pants up and said, Urkel voice, did I do that? But yeah, regardless of which episode it is, I know it is episode 32 in total. It's called Manifest.
It's definitely called Manifest.
It is, we know this.
I thoroughly confirmed that on the wiki.
If we can say one thing about this episode. So the last episode ended with some rando begging for somebody who we only saw in shadow form to not kill him. And it turns out that the person whose shadow it is, like we said, is just a little birthday boy.
It's a little birthday boy.
It's his birthday?
It's always
his birthday. It's his birthday every day.
Oh,
every day is
it's
his
just
birthday.
So birthday boy energy. Are you familiar with birthday boy energy, Sam?
I think I can understand it from the words of it.
Yeah, the context.
I mean, it's just... He's just like, you don't want to hurt a little birthday boy, do you?
I would never hurt this little boy on his birthday.
You don't want to do nothing to a little birthday guy. Come on.
Unironically.
He's so special.
He's just a little birthday boy.
He's just a special little guy.
He's got snacks in his little backpack. What are you
so happy for
I was
him.
moving it, and then it was falling. He's got snacks in his little backpack.
He's got snacks in his little backpack, and he's got so much crap in his hair.
He's a mess.
He's a mess.
He's a mess. And they find him and they call him out. And he's been like subverting his role, basically.
Yeah. Instead of being an attack dog, he's been trying to be a good boy, and he explains. Well, Wei Wuxian first says, "What are you doing dressed like that?"
Wending basically just says, "Doing normal zombie shit."
Yeah. He says, "I'm doing me stuff."
Just trying to be in character.
Doing me stuff.
He's method acting.
Yes, the thespian king.
Literally just being me.
I'm just being me. He's trying to scare the villagers away because he knows that other zombies who aren't as nice as he is are coming. And he doesn't want anything bad to happen to them because he's a good boy.
He wants to get them out of there.
He's just a little boy. So he does the sweetest little smile, and we love to see it.
He's just kind.
He's just a good boy. And then, they, I guess, say, all right, well, time to hit the road, because if we will remember, they are on their way to the burial mounds, because everybody wants to kill Wei Wuxian again. It's their favorite thing to do. They'll do it as many times as it takes.
Here we are again.
And, so they're gonna go there to kind of meet everybody head on, and they head off on their way, and they arrive in like a little town, right?
Yeah, it's like a little baby town. I think it's like the foot of the burial mounds.
Something like that.
And Wei Wuxian has a little like, there's a little restaurant flashback with him and Lan Wangji and baby Ayan.
Yeah, he's so small.
Do you remember when we ate at this Olive Garden?
Remember when we ate at this Olive Garden and
when
this
we were
3-year-old called me broke? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the little boy calls him, he thanks Rich Brother for the meal, and then he turns to Wei Wuxian and says, Wei Wuxian is so poor. He had to invent demonic cultivation because all he could afford was a tin core.
Oh!
Get his ass!
He says Wei Wuxian is so poor, his parents named him Wei Yung because the highest aspiration they could imagine for him was baby.
Wow!
Read him!
He says Wei Wuxian is so poor, his courtesy name was a government handout. They call him Wuxian because he has nothing that anyone would envy.
Oh shit, he's never gonna be the same after that.
Fucking clocked!
Holy fuck.
He says all of these things.
He says all of these
literally
things.
As a 2.5-year-old
In his little baby voice.
He already knows how to get Wei Wuxian's ass.
He knows! And Wei Wuxian makes benevolent emoji face at him.
Yeah, fucking just, Ayan, he knows Wei Wuxian is a broke bitch.
Everybody
It's ironic that they're at a restaurant, considering that Wei Wuxian is the one getting cooked.
Oh! It's sort of a bring your own protein type deal. They said, hey, here's our fail stand-in sect leader from our cringe sect. And Ayan rubs his hands together.
He's ready to go.
Rubs his hands together.
He's been waiting to do this.
I'm ready to see the chef come out and just join in. Wei Wuxian's life flash before his eyes.
Just everybody in the restaurant pointing at him and going, poor.
The Lord Farquaad point.
Yeah. And then he said, Wei Wuxian, like, oh yeah, I said I would pay, and then I didn't, and you had to pick up the tab, right? And Lanwaji's like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. He's like, no, I got you, baby, don't worry about it.
Listen.
And then, like... so then they get to the burial mounds, and it's not funny anymore, it's sad now.
Yeah, it's sad.
Wending is sad, and we don't like that.
He has a moment where he misses his sister.
Yeah.
He misters his sister.
I don't like that. That could
And
be
just
bad.
like that, it's
actually,
funny again.
Just like that, it's funny again.
We're trying. We try to keep the levity pretty high here.
We like to have good vibes. He like digs in the dirt, and I forget which thing. My notes here are very bad. So I know he digs in the dirt and he finds the little placard that says, "This is where your sister is dead."
And he goes, "Oh."
Yeah, he frowns, and Wei Wuxian has another little flashback. He sees Grandma, and he sees the baby again. And
it's definitely a sadder flashback.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Ayan is there.
He comes up and he brings him a toy. And then Wending has the toy. I forget the order of events here.
No, he's got the toy. This was one of the things that I didn't take too many notes on either. It's just bad vibe memories attached, basically.
It's
fucking there's
Mr. Survivor's Guild.
There's a little Pog moment screenshot with Threezun and Zhongcheng. Like, I guess they're storming the castle or whatever.
We're not there yet. That's a little bit later on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I remember that. It comes up in a bit.
All right.
For now, it's just sad Survivor's Guild flashback where he's sad about...
This is where it like cuts to all the other clan guys elsewhere who are fighting zombos. Yeah,
they're fighting miles away doing the actual work. There's a ruckus, and we hear all of the little boys are inside the cave and they have glued themselves to a curtain. All of the young men, they're all tied up and they're hanging from the ceiling of the cave. Jin Shan starts talking shit as he does. He's very wide for a little boy.
He's extremely wide. They're actually like they're tied up and they're swinging. And they're talking shit to each other. And then they get so mad. It's Jin Liang who's tied up.
Yeah, it's him.
It's Jin Shan.
It's the Lan boys.
It's Lan Xishui and Lan Jingyi.
If you can describe anybody as a little boy, they're tied up here.
Yeah, all of the little boys are there, basically. Like, it's kind of a little boy reunion, and they're just... they're
many
fighting.
little boy pinatas.
What are they fighting about?
Some random Jin boy is, like, complaining, and then Jin-chan starts tearing into him, and then Jin Liang is uppity about it because that's what he does.
I thought it was one of them is like, what's the Yiling Patriarch gonna do with us?
Right.
And then Jin-chan is like, well, obviously he's gonna turn us into zombies. That's what he does.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. And then they just...
And then everyone else says, kindly shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Jin Liang is like, can you please... He does the thing he always does and declares somebody else cringe, which is his favorite thing to do.
Stop being an idiot. And then it literally comes to blows where they literally start swinging at each other.
It's so good. I've never seen pinatas fight each other before.
It's really good. Jin-chan does the thing that you don't do of calling Jin Liang an orphan, and that's when they start just, like...
Yeah, flailing and hoping something sticks.
Yeah. They're doing funny kicks. It's hilarious. They start bumping into Lan Sishui, and he's trying to break the fight up, but
I love that. He's like, guys, can you please fucking chill out? This is really not helping. And then one of them like bumps into him, and he's like, all right, okay, fuck this. Fuck this, actually. Here we go.
Oh, now you little bastards.
It's so good.
Let me get some momentum going.
That's right. He starts, like, winding up. And then in walk his dads.
Yeah. Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji walk in, and Lan Jingyi over in the corner, who's, like, not in the fight, just, like, full body pogs when he sees them. He's so excited. And Wei Wuxian sees Lan Sishui in the middle of the fight, and he clicks like on it. He's like, oh, hell yeah, get him! You're finally fighting!
Oh my god!
I'm so proud of you for fighting other little boys.
My little boy all grown up.
I set this whole thing up so you would swing into those boys.
God, typical Wei Wuxian 4D chess brain moves.
He's probably watching this and thinking, damn, I wish I had come up with that. He likes it. See, they let everybody down.
Go.
Yeah. They let everybody down. The Lawn Boys still love their dads, even though Wei Wuxian has been outed as Wei Wuxian. Sishui, like, engages in some Yiling Laozu apologism as he does.
And I want to point out that Sishui gets put down, and he gets all of this attention and praise lavished on him by his dads, Wei Wuxian and Lan Wangji. And we get a shot of Jin Liang just like back there alone in the background. And then the next scene that we cut to, we do get a shot of Zhang Cheng, but he's just yelling about something and completely ignores Jin Liang. And we're like, oh, well, okay.
Well, yeah.
The parental support.
Wei Wuxian is like, all right, let's get out of here. And yeah, in the back, Jin Liang makes conflicted face, and then Wen Ning gets forcibly Kool-Aid manned into the cave. Mm-hmm. Like, he just, like, appears, because that's what he does, and there's a funny him-shaped hole in the wall, just like every other time, and he says, young master, everybody's here to kill you, uh-oh.
Just as it's always been.
As always, and then, I think this is where, like, everybody goes outside, and Jin Liang says, Juju, and that's where Zhang Cheng is.
Juju!
Because he's here, everybody is here, as it turns out. Literally
Zhang Cheng is like, hey, you get away from that man, he's the bad man. Jin Liang says, I don't know, man. I heard that your dad likes him a lot more than he likes you, so...
Got him!
I'm gonna have to go with your dad on this one.
I don't know, man. Kind of trust Grandpa's judgment.
Yeah, Great Uncle Zhang might have had the right mindset there.
Just saying.
Turning out you kind of queens, Juju.
You acting kind of queens, Juju. So everybody is here. The entire cultivation world is here. They're here to kill Wei Wuxian. And Lan Qiren comes up. He looks at Lan Wangji and he does like the funny ancient meme of "Son, I am disappointed."
Oh God.
I knew Sam would appreciate that. He's like, I'm so mad that you're associating with this boy. And this is still one of my favorite things about just Lan Qiren in general. Like, he hates Wei Wuxian so much, and he's like, so obviously, knows that Lan Wangji is, like, super gay for him.
Yeah.
And he knows it's bad, but it's not homophobia thing at all. It's literally because he's committed war crimes and invented making zombies.
Like, if there's anyone who's allowed to genuinely dislike Wei Wuxian, not for his sexuality, but just for his personality, the way he is and what he's done, it is Lan Qiren. So I do appreciate Lan Qiren, like, really stepping up to the father-in-law plate here and just kind of, like, biting his tongue on a lot of shit that he really doesn't need to bite his tongue on.
This entire episode is him biting his tongue.
You know what?
So he's standing there, and this is where Ouyang Zijin is like there with his dad, and he's like, but Dad, the Yiling patriarch didn't kidnap us. He didn't tie us up and make us into piñatas. And his dad's like, you're a child. You don't know anything.
And then
this episode was very kids rule, adults drool.
Right?
Yeah. Oh,
it was very series of unfortunate events in that way.
Very much so.
Yeah.
There was literally one of the many dads says this is no place for children to speak up. Young people cannot make a difference.
Yeah. Young people could not possibly do anything.
Fucking MDZS's my leg guy comes up.
I was gonna say. Well, so all the adults are eating their cereal, and they're insisting that Wei Wuxian is the bad man, and they need to kill him. He will never save us. And Wei Wuxian, when he sees Lan Qiren come up, he does a very important thing that I enjoy, where he bows. He's being very respectful, which he almost never is, but I like this because it kind of shows that he does know when it's time for being funny and annoying, and then he also knows when it's time to be serious.
He's got a brain on him.
And it comes into play later because he's very much at this point in just kind of the plot. He's kind of like, all right, we have very immediate things that we need to get to, and maybe being an angry mob with pitchforks is not the thing that we need to be doing.
Yeah.
Right now. Maybe that isn't it.
I think this is the part, and you're going to have to correct me or not on the pronunciation, because this was one that I didn't find how to pronounce it online.
No worries.
Is it Sushe?
Yeah. Yep. You got it. Yeah,
Sushe steps out, and he's like, You fools, do you not see how cringe this man is who stands before you? Here is the list of all the many atrocities that he has done. Yeah. And Wei Wuxian is just like, bro, I am so busy. I literally have so much going on. Yeah. I could not possibly do all of them atrocities.
I'm sorry, have you seen my planner for the last 2 months? I can't even read between the spaces because there are no spaces. It's like a black, like solid black. How do you expect me to do all of this grand mastering in puppetry?
It's nice of you to think that I'm that epic, but
I'm just one man.
I am a little bit cringe, but not for the reasons you're accusing me.
Like, come on, my dude.
Everybody also, just quick note, everybody also assumes that Wei Wuxian has, ensorcelled Lan Wangji somehow into siding with him, because he could never believe this man. Lan Wangji would never stand up for this man. He would never do that.
He's been bedeviled.
He's been bedazzled. So then we hear the SpongeBob man say, "My leg," and people say he took my leg away and replaced all 4 of my limbs with pegs. And another
he took
guy,
my children away and replaced them with spiders.
He took my children away and replaced them with pegs.
Oh my god!
And then,
my children are meeples. He meepled my entire family.
The little blue and yellow pigs that you stick into the car in the board game Life, those are my children now.
And don't get me wrong, they're great at collecting resources, but...
My children, they look like little Amoguses. Amogi, whatever.
Amogai.
What am I supposed to do with that?
What is the plural of amogus?
It would be amogi.
Would it be amogi?
Yeah, amogus is, since it ends in a US in Latin conjugation, like
Which
genuinely in Latin conjugation, it would end in I.
I did Google amogus plural, and I'm getting amogi is the plural form of amogus. So you're right.
Bro, listen, I took 2 years of Latin when my brain was at its most spongiest. I got you.
I saw 3 amogi parentheses proper plural of amogus in an ad.
There you go.
Let's go. Okay, anyway, so, where were we? There's amogus. Oh yeah, the mob starts getting out their pitchforks. They're ready to kill.
He says, you pegged me and I want revenge.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And, like, there's this scene of, like, everybody in the crowd, like, you know, hooting and hollering, and, you see New Huaisong just standing there, like, shrinking, like, I'm not here, I'm just, like...
This is not my business.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is his whole role here is to be a hype man, and he's like, this is no time for hyping.
Yeah, this is not hype.
We need to get things back on the right side of history, so that I can begin to hype.
Yeah,
there's really not an appropriate space for hyping in this kind of in this zone here.
When they're like, he killed thousands of people, and he just goes like, okay, like that's not helpful right now.
Yeah, not a hype safe space.
Yeah, not a great place to hype. I could not possibly hype at this juncture. But yeah, this is where Wei Wuxian has the other PTSD flashback. Where he sees, like, all of the other sect leaders about to murder him, and the soundtrack from Devilman Crybaby is playing.
Yeah, they're encroaching. He's genuinely not really having a great time.
Yeah, he remembers this all too well. He's already been through this.
And I mean, honestly, if you think about it, this is way fresher in his mind than it is in anybody else's.
Damn, you're right.
Because it's not like he has memories of 13 years of being dead. It's like he died and then he came back.
I think this is where he, like, flashes back to I assume they were, like, the clan leaders.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the glamour shot. And I misread the note that I took earlier. The glamour shot that we got back then was Zhang Cheng killing a bunch of zombies with his cool whip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a very beautiful glamour shot. The glamour shot we get now is of 3-Zun.
Well, no, it's Zhang Cheng.
Is it 3-Zun? It's Zhang Cheng, it's Nie Mingjue,
yeah,
definitely.
And then it's Lan Qiren and Jin Guangshan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, see, I only glanced at it twice.
Lan Qiren is there because Lan Xichen had other things to do, parentheses, smoke a bowl, probably.
Yeah, he was
I don't know what he was doing. He wouldn't have a part of this.
He was having a midday sesh.
He was running an errand.
Trying to forget about it all, you know?
So, then Wongi comes back in and he says, actually, if you do the research like I have, if you read the receipts, you will find that actually Wei Ying has never done anything wrong ever in his life.
He's completely innocent. He's a little meow meow. I rest my case.
This moment was very... I could not tell what was happening here, because he did, like, an Ace Attorney trial.
Yeah!
Like a whole trial, but, like, in his mind palace.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, he makes a good point, I think. I bet he just made a good point. I couldn't quite tell what was happening here.
It's like a montage of, like, a bunch of investigation shit that he did. I think, like, while Wei Wuxian was dead, he, like, went around, because he was, like, something, I forget what exactly, but something about the way he died. Lan Wangji was just kind of like, this doesn't add up. I don't think Zhang Cheng actually killed him. And I think there was more to it than him just going a little bit too nutty with it and being torn apart by his own zombies. So he did a bunch of investigation. I'm assuming
he basically says, you are making baseless claims, whereas I have evidence. And then he just, like, closes his eyes for 10 seconds, and then Nie Huaisong is like, I see what you're saying. You're saying that the culprit used a spirit lure formation to trigger the Stygian tiger amulet, disturbing the mind of the holder.
Yep.
Sort of.
Roy and Fallon will know what this means.
Sort of a golden tablets kind of moment. Like, trust me, dude.
Trust me, I got this.
Trust me, I just went into my mind palace. I got all of the evidence. I'm going to explain it to you now, just with my mouth, and you have to trust me.
I'm going to stand here and you're just going to get the information. You have to trust me on this. And Hwai-sung got it. I mean, say what you will.
Hwai-sung got it. Hwai-sung pogs.
He does pog. There's a part in, like, a couple of scenes where he literally pogs. I wanted to make a screen cap of it, but I didn't get to.
Well, he's just happy. He's like, oh, thank God, the tides are turning. I can be the hype man I was here to be.
Yeah, he puts it together immediately, and he's like, oh, it's my time! And so this happens, and then immediately Susha calls everything bullshit again.
Yeah, Susha, this
man pointing his damn finger.
He has nothing. He has nothing to go on other than, like, you gotta stop trying to bring the clues together. You're spilling unnecessary tea.
I mean, that is very Ace Attorney. Like, no,
Yeah.
Stop getting information from the witness. No, stop bringing evidence. I don't like it. Get out. Stop it.
And meanwhile, like, Wei Wuxian hitting a little bit of the Columbo spice.
Yeah, well,
like,
he goes full Columbo mode a little bit later.
He does go full Columbo mode. He gets a taste of it, and like Susha just.
No, it is here. Yeah,
Susha just keeps digging himself into holes, basically. Ha, holes.
Nice.
Do you get it?
Nice.
Because he's got source.
I got it. Yeah. It's funny. Susha says it's laughable and makes Robert Baratheon face, and then Wei Wuxian calls Susha funny, and then that's when he turns into Columbo.
Oh,
he makes
funny.
he makes his genius thinking face.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
and he's like, I wonder who it was that said the Jinsec destroyed the Ghost General, and then Susha immediately points his damn fingy again, because he is in fact being owned with facts and logic.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta stop making up lies, and Wei Wuxian is like, we literally just showed you the evidence, and you're calling Lan Wangji a liar? You ever seen this man lie a day in his life? He's never even told, like, a white lie. He's never even told a vague untruth. He's not capable of it physically.
He would never do such a thing.
Never.
And then there's zombies, like, coming in everywhere, and Susha still decides to say, we gotta kill Wei Wuxian, and then there's, like, a lull in the conversation where all the zombies are, like, coming up and making their zombie noises, and Zhangsheng, like, looks behind himself and just goes, God damn it, I gotta do everything around here, and he goes up to fight the zombies.
Fucking Lan Shiren and 2 other elders are behind him, and they just sit there staring at Zhangsheng for a solid 3 seconds before Zhangsheng, like, literally, like, it almost looks like he sighs, and he finally gets the hint and rushes in to fight the corpses.
They're just waiting for him to do the work.
You're a perfectly able-bodied 35-year-old man.
Well, you say that.
But they stopped aging 60 years ago.
There's one thing you gotta know, which is that kids rule, but adults drool.
That's true. Adults drool, though.
Kids do rule. All of the little boys are stanced up. They have their swords out. They're ready to go. Jinliang says Juju again. And then everybody gets hit with a beam that takes effect immediately.
the beam of losing your spirit.
Yeah. There's like a big wave of energy or something, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And it undoes their cultivation, basically. It turns them all into normies temporarily.
And Susha initially specifically
Fate
is like,
worse than death.
Right?
What have you done, Wei Wuxian? Look at us, all powerless and shit.
Yeah, all powerless and shit.
I can't believe you did that.
You dastardly boy, look at me.
Wearing my hot dog costume.
I think that shockwave had your face on it. Did anyone else see it? I definitely saw it. I think everyone saw it.
Did anybody else hear Wei Wuxian say, I'm going to send everybody into normie mode? I'm going to send out a big wave?
He actually slipped me a note under his desk that said, I'm going to take everyone's powers away. And the note disappeared, but I swear to God he did it. I swear to God.
Once again, source, dude, trust me.
You gotta trust me.
You gotta trust me. Dude, just believe me.
I have the least evidence of anyone.
I don't need evidence. I'm simply correct.
Somebody immediately was like, maybe we should go inside. And NHS Song is even more immediately like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let's go to that.
Puts it inside and sends it.
What a great idea. Thank you so much for offering.
I would love to be inside away from everything.
Oh, don't twist my arm.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Because there's a repelling array set up inside the cave, you see.
Yeah, that's
and Susha says, no.
No.
That, I feel like that's not a very...
Sam, I could hear the comma that ended with.
It's not I feel like an array made out of blood, not really a repelling array.
That's an old-ass array.
Not a very economical way to keep out, like, the mosquitoes and shit, but you can go off.
You can go off. Yeah, Wei Wuxian says there's a sigil inside.
See some spray.
Lan Wangji looks at Lan Qiren like, please, Huaisong is so pathetic, just go help him. Because Huaisong runs in.
Oh yeah, he's already in the cave. He's like, hey, can somebody help?
Yeah, he's like, there's a sigil in here, but I need a door.
I don't know how to turn it on.
Was he expecting everyone else to follow behind him? Because now he's like, hey, anybody with any kind of cultivational skill want to maybe give me a hand here, please?
Huaisong is the best character.
So useless.
So good.
Manufactured incompetence.
So Lan Qiren is like, fucking fine, and he goes inside, and I like Lan Qiren and Huaisong working together. I think it's fun.
It's wonderful.
Lan
Qiren and Huaisong. Okay, and I will mention one thing. Did you notice how, like, extremely, like, 90s yaoi proportions Lan Wangji was while he was, like, looking at Lan Qiren and being like, Unky. Did you notice?
He always is.
Because it was very egregious there. It was, like, tiny, narrow little face. It's like really wide set but narrow eyes, and like just like six heads across at least. Quite a robust man, if you ask me.
I mean, I'm well acquainted with how wide he is.
I mean, he took me aback in that shot for whatever reason.
It's egregious.
Take my breath away.
So everybody finally goes inside.
They're checking up on Zhangcheng. They say, quote, your, quote, golden core is unharmed.
Lan Qiren takes his magic pulse.
Yeah.
He says, you're gonna be fine. The beam will stop taking effect in, in a while, so...
Don't worry, they're already introducing legislation to make sure that the Havana syndrome will be controlled.
They do! They all have Havana syndrome!
Oh my god, struck with a sudden bout of Havana syndrome.
I mean, it kind of is, though. It literally is like a weaponized sound that takes effect immediately.
Causes intense fatigue.
Are
they also all shitting out their asses?
We don't see it, but I have to assume.
It only affects high-ranking individuals.
Oh my god.
It's literally Havana syndrome.
It nerfs your power levels.
Jesus Christ. Oh. So, this is where, Huaisong, like, literally pogs, and, I forget what he says, but Susha...
Oh, yeah. It's they're, like, all wondering, like, what could have sapped our powers away like that. Susha is like, obviously it was Wei Wuxian, and he's like, but why, if I was gonna do that, why would I leave the kids unaffected? And then, Nia Huaisong is just like, fuck yeah, dude, that's such a great point, I love it.
like
amazing observation.
Number one Wei Wuxian stan in the room at any given point, aside from Lan Wangji. Definitely the most vocal Wei Wuxian stan in any room at any given point.
Not to be on my making Wayne's World references bullshit again, but it's Roy talking, so I gotta be on my Wayne's World references bullshit. It's the scene where they go to meet Alice Cooper, and he's just like giving them Milwaukee fun facts, and Wayne is like, does this guy know how to party or what? And everybody in the room is like dead silent. That's my song. So Susha tells Huaisong to talk to the hand.
Have you ever said Wayne Wuxian before?
We have said Wayne Wuxian, yeah.
Wayne Wuxian.
I figured it would have happened by now, but just making sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Wayne Wuxian, yeah. Famously Wayne Wuxian. That's his dub name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've decided this.
It's one of his 6 names.
Uh-huh.
And Susha continues to pipe up, so he is piped down.
Yeah, Lan Wangji casts the silencing spell on him.
He mutes him.
It's
Susha's very not really pleased about this.
I was so overjoyed to contextualize this by going on the wiki and being like, okay, what did he just do? And it's like, oh, this is like a disciplinary measure that they use on children in school. And I was like, excellent. Wonderful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
It rocks. And so all the guys from the Moling Su sect are like, oh wow, Han Guangjun is obviously triggered since he just muted a guy he disagrees with instead of having a debate.
He just shadow banned our leader.
Yeah.
He just blocked him for his opinions.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if Gusulan is what the general public likes to refer to as bread tube, is the
Do we have to do this?
Are the Moling Su sect the debate bros
The debate.
that broke off from bread tube?
Susha was silenced for truth.
Is that the dichotomy that we're shooting for here?
He joined the dirtbag left.
Silence for truth. He just wanted to give the one sect a voice.
Wei Wuxian summon the zombies, changed my mind.
Susha would get into crypto, I think.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my god,
Susha
because
Crowder.
Jiggy would be into crypto.
Yeah, Susha Crowder.
Susha Crowder.
I hate that. It's true. So he's
with Susha.
fuck off. So he's silenced, and then Susha is a good, nice boy, and he's like, okay, everybody, please, I beg of you, none of this matters. We need to figure out why everybody's magic is gone. And Lan Jingyi calls Susha funny too, which is great. This boy is 16 years old. He's scared of ghosts, but he'll talk shit on a sect leader who's right in front of him.
He's calling this rude little guy funny.
Yeah, somewhere in here, one of the land lads is like, if your clan leader wasn't a bitch and asshole, then he wouldn't have had to get his mouth zapped shut.
Exactly. Wasn't a bitch and asshole.
They're like, I just think it's funny that the Moling Su sect is just like posers and attaches of the Gusulan sect, and Wei Wuxian is like, hold on, what? Because the Moling Su sect happened after Wei Wuxian bid it the first time. So he had no idea that the Moling Su sect was like a thing.
And he didn't remember Susha from school because nobody would remember Susha from anywhere.
He just blends into the background. He hadn't started waxing his eyebrows yet, so
There's nothing remarkable about him.
Yeah, he
There's
didn't really
nothing
have
remarkable about this
defining
man.
characteristic.
So everybody starts, like, the Lan boys and the Su boys start kind of arguing, and the Lan boys are saying that Sect Leader Su went to shit school for fail musicians.
Because, like, how else? Because when they were trying to attack the zombies and keep everything under control, everybody in the Moling Su sect, they were all playing 7-string Guqin too, but, like, they were playing the songs so fucked up.
They were playing it so bad. He went to teen mom school for moms who can't play the French horn good.
He went to
slap.
It didn't even slap.
DeVry University for Gucci.
There was also a moment here that I didn't know what it was, which was that Wei Wuxian was like, so if he split off from the land sect, that would mean that he knows their sword techniques, and he like flashes back to a fight with a masked man. What was that about?
Yeah.
So at the beginning, I think, of last season, they went to Huaisong's house, and they ran into some ninjas who came in, and they were like trying to intercept them and steal the zombie parts that they had. And they couldn't identify these guys, but they could tell that they knew how to do lawn sword stuff.
Okay, so this is him realizing, that was the Su clan.
Yeah, they were well versed in the specific trickery.
And they've run into the Su ninjas a few times since then.
He's always masked.
Yeah.
But his eyebrows and his hairstyle looking stylish.
Ooh.
Oh, we lost Sam.
I've disconnected.
Uh-oh. There he is.
Yellow.
Oh, I'm back.
Yep,
Popped out a little bit. That's okay.
Don't know if you heard the last bit of that. I can't remember if I already.
The last
forgot
word I heard
2
was
seconds
eyebrows.
later.
Me too.
Yeah, eyebrows.
The eyebrows were still done.
Yeah. So everybody's like, yeah, his skills are bad. he's not even good at doing the one thing. He's not even good at doing the thing that we're copyright claiming him for.
He's stinky.
He's stinky, and and he gets so mad that he tears his lips open to break through the spell.
He rips his way out.
Did not like to see that, personally.
It's gross.
Dude, it's nasty. It's quite metal.
It's fucking gross. It's awful.
You ever just get so mad you'll go to any length to talk?
God. I mean, every day, but...
He was seriously vain-kidding, like, genuinely vain-kidding for a while there.
He was so red!
It was delightful. It's just fun to see Susha get shut up for a little bit as a treat, you know?
He breaks out of the spell, and...
It's like, stop lying on my name!
And Wei-Wuxian is, like, just kind of outing all of his magic trickery.
He's literally airing all of his fucking dirty laundry.
Yeah, he's like... He's basically sitting there and rattling off a list of things that he just thinks it's funny, and Huaisong is, like, vocally putting together the clues for everybody.
Yeah.
For anybody who might not be a genius in the audience.
So Wei-Wuxian mentions this song that they were playing. They're like, I think I found this song in the Songs of Turmoil, and Huaisong is like, gee, a song that makes people mad? I wonder what could happen with that.
What sure is it, Friday by Rebecca Black? Am I right?
Wouldn't it be terrible if somebody used magic music to make somebody so mad that they died from it? That sure would make me upset. I would hate it. I certainly wouldn't spend 10 years getting revenge for somebody doing that to somebody that I love dearly.
I wonder if there's anything in the past that has happened that way. I wonder if we can, like, rack our brains and really think about it. Maybe we would find it out, but I don't know.
He said it for me.
Yeah, he said it for you, yeah. And then he said it's probably nothing.
It's probably nothing.
And then Susha was like, yeah, right, as if I'd have the clout to go into the Lonsec's secret cool library and get their secret cool evil books.
They're like, well, you used to be a Lon disciple.
Yeah. And Wei-Wuxian is like, you, sir, don't even need to have the clout to get in there.
Oh, because there's another person with clout.
There's another person with clout, and you're simping for him. So hard.
You're his little male wife.
You are doing everything in your power to simp for this little hamster man, and we know it.
He's the male wife's male wife. It's like having a pet.
A pet. So Wei-Wuxian comes up and he has a little piece of paper, and he does more trickery and japes and jests. And he hands this little piece of paper, obligatory dick butt on it joke, to Lan Qiren, and he's like, yeah, well, I got this from the collection of Turmoil, wink. And Lan Qiren looks at it and he kind of gets the hint, because they're trying to pull one off, and then this is where Susha hears the Metal Gear Alert noise go off.
Yeah. Because the paper is blank. Uh-huh. But Susha, he tells on himself.
But you know what won't look suspicious either way? Is charging sword out.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, he goes
at the giving of a piece of paper.
Uh-huh. It's normal. Everybody would do
normal
this.
People do that daily.
Every day of my life I do this. Humamogus hasn't done this. And hey, that's not just any sword. It's a magic sword.
It's a magic sword that is glowing. Turns out Miss Thing still has her spiritual powers.
I had my earplugs in by coincidence. I'm very sensitive.
Listen, I get migraines. Don't look at me. I'm normal. Doesn't he have two swords? Where does he get does he grab the other one from somebody?
I think so. I can't remember.
He's just all of a sudden like Arthur Daning it for some reason. And he's got two swords, and everybody points at him and says, still has magic.
The sword of the morning.
And he in the midst of all this, his robes kind of get fucked up a little bit, and everybody sees, uh-oh.
Haha, oops, my shirt popped open.
Oops.
Oh, what do you know about that?
Sexy moment.
Yep. Oops, I am feeling glamorous all of the sudden.
Oops, my weird veins and holes just popped out.
Yeah.
Oops,
Turns out
aerated all of the sudden.
Turns out there's something very remarkable about this boy, because he has the opposite of Kyle XY problem.
He's oops holes.
Entirely too damn many belly buttons.
Oops. All holes.
Oops. Uh-oh. That's bad.
That boy's got way too many goddamn holes.
So...
Oh no, he's SpongeBob.
Oh no!
So the mystery, the secret of the 100 Holes curse has been revealed here.
The rumor come out.
So Sam, one of the main reasons that initially made Wei Wuxian die was...
One of the many things
was a Gene guy, yellow guy, accusing him of giving him the 100 Holes curse, which is what you see on Susha's chest. The interesting thing about the 100 Holes curse is that when you cast it on somebody, you also, get it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back on you. So that's how you tell who has cast a 100 Holes curse on somebody.
Okay, thank you, because I did write down in my notes, Roy and Fallon will know what this means.
Yeah.
And we do! We do for this one. So, the
Sometimes
answer...
we're genius.
The secret has been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
It was Susha that did the dirty thing initially.
Yep.
So now everybody knows.
And,
So wait, was he one of the people who killed Wei Wuxian? Is that what you're saying?
So, okay,
or was it a different instance of the same curse?
The curse set off a lot of other things.
Okay.
So Susha cast the curse on this one Jin guy, and the Jin guy went to confront Wei Wuxian about it.
Because he just assumed it was Wei Wuxian without, asking or thinking about any other culprits.
Yeah, because they had a disagreement in the past already.
Yeah.
So he comes up to Wei Wuxian and he's like, "You gave me 100 holes," and Wei Wuxian is like, "No, I didn't." And it escalates, and Jin Liang's dad comes up, and he tries to break the fight up, but Wei Wuxian is kind of in a bit of a mental state.
Yeah.
He gets very flustered, and what that accidentally does is make Wen Ning come out and punch a hole through Jin Liang's dad's chest and kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the problem with this was that Jin Liang's dad was the only legitimate Jin child. He was the golden boy. He was next in line to be chief cultivator.
He had just started drinking Respect Women juice.
He had just begun. And he got a hole punch through his chest, and now we have Jin Guangyao.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
A jiggy,
yeah.
a sort of a jiggy one, unfortunately.
But it's so important to remember that Wen Ning did literally nothing wrong.
He didn't do anything wrong.
It wasn't his fault.
He literally...
It wasn't his fault. He's just a little guy.
He punched... he made a donut of a man whose wife gave him soup, even though he can't eat it because he's dead.
Who doesn't love donuts? What's the problem?
Right? He becomes at least 15% more likable. I guess contingent upon the percentage of body that he loses upon being made into a donut.
Because as we all know, the perfect donut is just like a thin strip of pastry. With a gigantic hole in the middle.
I never argued my logic was sound.
Donust. What can I say?
Donust, baby.
The results are in.
Donust, baby.
Donust. Sam, have I told you the Donust story?
It's
not
think
much
so.
of a story. Oh,
it's not too remarkable. It's become a mainstay in our vocabulary because of this.
I've definitely seen Donust floating around.
Oh yeah,
Donust.
There's a donut place that we used to go to a lot. It got shut down because the owner was doing crimes or whatever. But it was really good, and we
doing crimes or whatever.
I don't fucking remember.
No,
but
I like it. It's pretty accurate.
They had this little room with a bunch of little kid toys and stuff, and they would let the kids write on the walls. And we sat down at the table closest to it, and somebody had, obviously a child by the quality of the handwriting, had just written the word donust on it with just a capital D.
There's nothing funnier than spelling a word wrong.
I know. Donust. Exactly. Donust.
But yeah, so Jin Liang's dad is Donust, and he's gone now. Also his mom is gone. Dad dying kind of led to mom dying. Lots more involved there, but whatever. So
yeah.
But then Susha says, "Hey, remember when I ripped my own mouth open, thereby filling it with victory wine?"
Literally.
This is the only time that blood has actually been victory wine.
Actually, as it happens.
Joke's on you, I love having to tear my lips apart.
It's my favorite.
I love when my mouth is bodied on by several perfect wrestlers.
And then he has the nerve to disrespect my floor map.
Right?
Come on.
He says, I spit on your floor map.
Why did you show me this episode?
I'm sorry.
It's just, because I need to tell you, he's about to be taught a lesson that he won't soon forget.
Listen, I
He will
thought
learn for spitting on that floor mat.
I thought that if he spat on it, maybe it would turn blue and it would freeze over. But he spits on the array, he spits his blood on it, and then the zombies start to attack.
Do people
There
know what you're talking about with floor map? Is that a universal reference? Does everyone know why I love floor map?
Nothing I have ever said has been a universal reference.
Yeah.
It's up to them. If the people don't understand my references, that's on them.
It's
Go to
mutually
twitter.com/thefloormap to understand my love of the floor map.
Hey, y'all remember on
Television's Game of Thrones.
critically and not much else acclaimed television show Game of Thrones, where Cersei had big floor map?
It's the only thing I remember from Game of Thrones.
She'd her big floor map. She would do big plan on.
Big plan on
Real
big floor map.
dastardly type. That's pretty much it for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So that's
now it's got
that's
blood
what the
spit on it.
reference. Now it's got bloods on it.
It's got bloods on it.
And it doesn't like it.
Up.
It's bad.
It got blowed up and it's got bloods on it.
It got blowed up.
I'm supposed to get blood on this thing.
So he scoops. Did we talk about him scooping Huaisong up?
I was just gonna say, is that the very next thing he does?
Yes.
I know
Pretty
there's
much.
yeah.
I messaged you, literally. I was like, I've watched a few episodes of this, and finally I get to see someone skateboarding on their sword.
Fuck
and it's
yes.
in the worst possible circumstances.
It's a low-speed sword chase, because, Susha hops on his sword, and then Lan Wangji just, sends his sword after him, because he's not about to get all up on that shit.
Oh,
he
no.
doesn't have time for that. He's just gonna send his sword after him. So, it's just, a total low-speed sword chase. He's just gliding through the air, kind of scoops Huaisong up. Huaisong's like, oh no!
Oh no! I love this. I love that this is, seeded, too, by, Susha trying to tell Huaisong to shut the fuck up, several times. Where he's like, okay, oh, you want to tell me to shut up? You want to tell me that I'm wrong? You want to pog for this guy? Okay, let's go. And he picks him up and uses him as a meat shield.
There's only one person in this cave helpless enough for me to kidnap him.
Exactly! He can't even kidnap a little boy because
the
they're
only
the only
person
ones with
less
magic.
powerful than me.
Truly. So he picks him up, he uses him as a meat shield, and then he flies off. He just leaves.
He just pieces out.
He pieces out.
Wei Wuxian
and-
does throw some kind of blood something at him.
Yeah.
He says, here's to you.
He flings some blood at him, yeah.
You bleed on my floor map?
Not today. You will not disrespect my floor map. There's basically just a lot of shots of people fighting. The little boys help the Ghost General. They're like, we'll help you, Mr. Ghost General, and I like to see it. Because they know he's nice.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Him!
They know he's nice.
They did. We do also need to mention Wei Wuxian Mario-style wall kicking off of 6 zombies in a row.
It's so
Fuck yeah,
which was extremely troll physics of him.
Fuck yes. He uses their heads as little steppy stones to get to the tallest, most dramatic, pointy part of the cave.
He
He's
says
got
wall
it.
kicks will work, and then he does it.
Yeah.
He hits that parkour.
He says wall kicks will work, and then he gets up to the Nightmare Before Christmas cliff. And he goes up there, and there's a shot of back-to-back little boy fighting, which I also like.
They're kicking ass!
They're kicking ass, and more zombies happen, and as it turns out, there's only one thing that you can do when many zombies happen, and that's get evil married.
Yeah, you gotta get gay evil married.
You have to get gay evil blood married.
Wei Wuxian says, there's something I want to do, and Lan Wangji's in his head going, I've been working my whole life for this one. He knows what's about to happen, and he's not disappointed.
My man says, I'll do it with you. And
He better.
Wei Wuxian has a handful of blood. The zombies stop and pog at all of this.
Oh yeah.
And Wei Wuxian is doing some blood jutsus. We see blood rising up from the blood pool, and
So many drops of blood in this blood ocean.
it rocks. And I remember the first time we watched this, I was so fucking scared that they were gonna, like, turn this into some shit where, like, it was gonna, like, curse both of them and they were both gonna die. Because I was so scared for the, like...
Yeah.
Because you remember, like, before the season even started, I was like, they better not kill either of them. I'm gonna be so pissed if they kill him.
Literally, because we genuinely felt, like, through this entire series, no spoilers or anything, but we genuinely felt like one of them was gonna die. Like, one of them could not have survived because this was, like... gay enough to make me nervous.
Yeah, exactly. There were points where I was like, are the writers, like, okay? They haven't been, like, arrested, have they? Because I know how it is, but, so whatever. But they're up there, they're doing their evil blood shit, and Lanwanji looks down at Lan Qiren, who is doing Arthur Fist, and he bows to him, and Lan Qiren is like, damn it, I gotta say gay rights.
This is how it must be.
It must be this way. And then they do this big ritual, which is to basically turn them into a big lamp so all the moth zombies can look at them and gather around them. And
they brought the blood zombies in to be their wedding party, basically.
Yeah.
You will be our witnesses.
Exactly.
And they're in the most brutal wedding attire
their
happy couple
robes
could
turn
possibly ask
completely
for.
red.
From the blood.
It fucking rocks. If you've made it this far and don't know already, red is the color that you wear when you're getting married in this culture, by the way. So I wonder if that also means anything. It's probably nothing.
I don't think so. I don't think it's anything.
No, but yeah, they turn red and then the episode is over. How about that?
I love that.
I love that for them.
I love
Many
that.
happy returns.
Many happy returns. Next time...
So proud of them.
So proud of them. Next time it's episode 33. It's season 3, episode 10, which is called Hatred.
Hatred.
Season 3, episode 10. I'm mad.
I'm mad. I don't like it. You're mean. So, we have that to look forward to next week, but for right now, we have the Google Translate Essence Collection to look forward to, which...
Yeah, let's hit that.
Sam, the last time you were on, we didn't even have this segment.
No.
So, the Google Translate Essence Collection, do you know what this is?
I don't.
Okay, so this is a good and funny bit that we do where I find... bits and pieces, usually of fanfiction. Lately, I've been looking things up on, like, basically the Chinese answer to Wikipedia, which is called Baidu, and, whatever. I find things about the series that have been written in another language, usually it's Chinese, and then I Google Translate them into English, and Google Translate has no idea what to do with non-romance-based languages.
No, it really doesn't.
It has no goddamn clue. So what I end up with are things that are really good to me. I really like to see and read them, and then we just do a bit of reading them.
Okay.
So that's what this is. I have 4 selections. Usually it's Fallon and our guest who take these.
Yeah.
And I like to give y'all a choice as to what. So I'm gonna pop our little selections in here. Y'all can take a look at them and decide which ones you want, and then when we... once y'all have done that, I will give you context for each of these as we get to them.
Yes.
Alright. So I popped them into the Discord. I don't really... Sometimes I have a theme for these. I don't really have one this time.
God. Jesus.
Oh, fuck. I think I want 4, if I may.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So why don't you do evens and I'll do odds? Because I'm really feeling 3 myself.
Okay.
Don't laugh. 4 is very good.
Number one is also delicious.
Number 1 is really good. Okay, so so number 1 is from the start of one of these beautiful Baidu think pieces. Now, Sam, a thing about Baidu is that a way it differs from Wikipedia is that it's like kind of half Wikipedia and half like just a Google search. So,
Okay.
but Another thing that it has is, like, along with each article, is it will have, like, several user-written, like, think pieces. And I've found so many, these are just, in the last few episodes, these have become just my bread and butter. These are fucking incredible. I'm finding nothing but gold in these. So, this first one is...
absolutely. I literally, as you're saying this, I'm just sitting here looking at number 4 and
smiling.
Trying to hold back laughter. I can't look at it right now. Fuck.
Just put your hand over it. Put your hand over it.
Yeah. So anyway, okay, so the first one is from the start of one of these think pieces, and this one came out right after the first season aired. And the title of this was something like 3 Things You Didn't Notice About the Finale of Demonic Ancestor, or however it decided to translate it.
God, all right. Even director Nie behind the scenes appeared as a colored egg in this article.
Is that so?
What could it mean?
I know one thing that calling somebody an egg means.
I want to read it charitably.
And I do agree.
As director Nie being
he's
trans.
a bot.
Director Nie in my heart. I don't care which Nie this is. They're both trans.
It's true.
Nie Huaisong.
A colored,
quite feminine.
A colored egg.
A colored egg. Like what?
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
I guess. Is he a Fabergé?
How about eggs?
How about eggs? Can I offer you a nice colored egg in this trying time?
Jesus.
Calling him Director Nie is like all over the place on this website. They love to call him
He's just
that.
the director.
Yeah, he's the director. Alright, so this next one, number 2, which, Sam, is going to be yours. This one is from the same article. This one's from the same think piece. But this selection here is talking about the way that they adapted, Wen Xiao and Wang Lingjiao's deaths. If you remember them from the first season.
Oh my god.
As a dog, man, and woman recognized as the ancestor of the devil, the final end was to be dismembered by 5 horses.
5 of them?
5 of them. That sure is not what happened at all.
I remember seeing a grand total of 0 horses during their death and or dismemberment.
Just horses with chainsaws circling around them.
So waiting like vultures.
As a dog, man, and woman.
Wow. They're furries now. Little kid on the action.
Yeah, when you die, you get turned into a dog furry.
I didn't know Zootopia was this dark.
God, I mean, haven't you seen that comic?
God. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Ready for number 3?
I'm ready for number 3, baby. Let's go. All right, number 3. This one is from a comment on this same think piece.
Heterosexual reproduction. Same sex is true love. Is it the ideological guide for this group of fans? I mean...
it is for me.
What are they asking?
It sounds like it.
They're taking both sides here. I would say that's perfectly valid.
Heterosexual reproduction.
Unless,
gimme.
Are they talking about like mpreg stuff, like ABO stuff?
Gun
to my head, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't be surprised.
Because as a dog, man, and woman.
As a dog, man, and woman.
I would argue that for a decent majority of this fandom, that is somewhat of an ideological guide. And God, more power to him. Truly.
Speaking as a dog, man, and woman.
Speaking as a dog, man, and woman.
All right, let's finally get to number 4.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That's for last.
Oh my god. Okay, so this one, I actually took a break from the Baidu Think pieces for this one. We're going back to fanfic here. So this one's from a fic. This one was translated from Chinese. The only context that I have written down for this one is that Lan Wangji has gotten depression, and the first line is Lan Shichen talking.
Wang Ji, I'm here with you, he said softly, then stood up and stepped back. Hit it, Lan Shiren said grimly.
Hit it!
Give me a beat.
Let me get on this mic.
Mr. Gorbachev.
It's really good! Oh, it's really good.
To quote Brooks,
Oh, shit.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this pit.
Mr. Gorbachev.
Grimly. I think that's what does it for
I love
Yeah,
that.
I mean, this is
Holy
sort of
shit.
the opposite of my previous episode, Anxiously Flossing.
Yeah,
This is grimly moshing.
grimly moshing.
There has to be some kind of odd dichotomy in all of these. That's what makes it funny.
We love it.
very good.
It's the magic
they're
of
very
language.
good.
Oh, God. Good shit.
I love that.
We have questions. We can do questions now.
Let's do some questions.
If you have questions, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask, or you can send them to us via Twitter at cloudrecesspod. Just the one recess.
Just the one.
Don't get greedy. There's only one. Don't get it mixed up. Let me open the shit up. I forgot to do this beforehand.
Just the one.
Unprofessional. Roy. Get on the ball.
Come on.
Okay. Let's go. This question rocks. All right. Here's our first question. This was from Twitter.
Oh, God. This question is from Twitter user Helenin. They ask, since the little boys spent some time this episode dangling like an executive desk toy, are there any other games, board, not video, they should play giant life-size versions of? Who wins? What is this, Squid Game?
Now, my whole brain smiled about this because a thing that a lot of the teen programmers do at the library is they like to do big life-size board games.
Yeah.
My coworker was making this gigantic Jenga set a few weeks ago.
They should play a giant game of Scrabble.
Yes!
I think it'd be wonderful. They would make up terrible, terrible words. The rules won't matter.
These fools playing Quidgy-Bo.
Oh my god!
I'm just imagining that scene where the guy's like, what is the Yiling Patriarch going to do with us? And Jin Chan's like, oh, you fool, isn't it obvious he's going to make us play life-size foosball?
Hell yes.
Oh my god, can you imagine? Oh, I want to see
these little boys
it.
in some tiny funny cleats.
Oh my god!
String them all together. Who would turn down the chance?
That's delightful.
I love that.
Oh my god.
I love that for them. Give me just a second. Okay. Here we go. Let's go over to Tumblr, because that was our only Twitter question.
Oh man. Okay, so Tumblr questions. We've got... First question now is from Anonymous, and they ask, Hello. Hope y'all are having a good day. It's been decent, thank you. If you got to name your own necromancy cave, what would you call it? Mine would be the Stink Haven.
Stink House.
That's my answer.
It does translate the name of the cave in the show as isn't it the Devil's Den?
I think it was something like that.
The Devil's Den, yeah. That was an interesting choice.
Because it was something a lot funnier in the novel.
It was like the demon slaughtering cave.
Yeah, the demon slaughtering cave. Yeah. Which doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but it's more evocative to me than the Devil's Den.
I would say yes.
Evil House. Welcome to Fuck House.
Welcome to my fuck house.
It's gotta be Fuck House. I mean, for me, personally.
Fuck house I love.
Fuck House. On the outside of it, I just have a big carving of a middle finger. To let everybody know.
We like it.
We like it. How about you, Sam?
I've just been sitting here trying to think. I have no idea. I have no context for this. I don't know what these caves be called, but I mean, what is more ominous than just the phrase man cave?
Ooh.
True. Simple but effective.
No, you know what? I mean,
or just like Sam's Hall of Xbox or something.
Yes.
How about this one for all the Jurgenit heads in the house? What if Jeff's the only necromancy cave?
Oh, I was gonna say Hetty's hellish holiday hell. Hetty's hellish holiday hole.
Ooh.
I do like Hetty's hellish holiday hell though.
It's hard to say.
Hellish holiday hell.
Helly's hellish holiday hell.
Oh my god.
Yeah, never mind. We found it. It's Hetty's hellish holiday hole. There we go.
That's wonderful.
It's a Christmas-themed necromancy cave.
It's really good.
It's where you resurrect the corpse of Santa Claus.
Not enough Christmas-themed necromancy out there. Where's that movie Lifetime? You fucking cowards.
Chop chop, get on it.
Clowns.
It's called like back for Christmas or something.
Oh god.
Santa died, but he's fine.
Last question.
That only airs on Death Time.
That's right. That's after hours. That's 8:30 after all of the children and old women have gone to bed. Our last question comes from another anonymous friend, and it's not an ask, they say. Just wanted to say that mere moments ago, I was minding my own business, admiring the fantastic podcast art, when I accidentally misread correct takes as correct taxes on the fan, and now my life will never be the same. Anyways, love the pod, heart. Thank you. Love you too,
Anonymous.
Thank
you. I am thinking about...
I'm trying to think of that. What's that word?
What word?
Shit.
What's it mean?
Word. Hypersocial.
Parasocial?
Yeah. Oh god. Yep, there it is. Thank you.
Love you parasocially.
I love you parasocially. Sorry, that was fucking painful.
I will correct my taxes. Remember when I didn't correct my taxes and I had to pay back taxes to the IRS for like 5 years, and I just last year finally got a tax refund for the first time?
Yeah, that was disgusting. Don't ever assume that we have correct taxes. No, if anybody from the IRS is listening, our taxes are perfect.
Yeah, my taxes are always correct from here on out.
Yeah, they're about to be correct.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by H&R Block.
Yeah.
This episode brought to you by TurboTax's actually free tax filing service that is so much harder to get to than the one that they actually charge you out the ass for. That's the only tax service that we could get to sponsor us. It was $5.
It was $5. We had to pay them to
We had to pay them.
That does sound like TurboTax.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you want to do the lowest tier?
Oh, you want the lowest tier?
Yeah, this one's free.
Don't mind that it's got a sicko charge on it when you go to check out. It's fine.
It's free, but only until you take your first breath.
Yeah.
It's free until you hit submit. It's free to fill out. You can waste your time doing that.
Oh, I was just kidding. Oh, you thought... Oh. Well, I guess I gotta delete it all.
Oops. That was just a little troll on my part. My bad. Yeah. I was just having a bit of fun with it, you know.
Whoops-a-doodle.
Oh, TurboTax.
Oh, TurboTax.
You scamp.
Oh, silly me. We do have one other question on Discord, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So it's this very first one up top.
Let's hit it. So, a Discord friend, Phenomenalism, asks, "Hey guys, question for the podcast. The characters of MDZS, if the characters were MDZS were supernatural creatures, could be anything: ghost, dragon, tengu, kitsune, werewolf, vampire, Jersey devil. Wonderful. What would they be? I should have asked this before Halloween, but it just came to me now. Anyways, big fan of the show. I've been listening to it for a couple of months now, and I laugh every time. Thank you for everything. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Donka. Have I talked on the actual show itself about how Lan Wangji is a shaved yeti? I know I've talked about it in the Discord, but I can't remember if I've talked about it in the actual show.
I'm thinking he's a shaved Yeti.
He's a shaved Yeti.
Wending would be a zombie. Let me get that one out of the way because I don't know the characters as well as you do. So I'll just put that one down.
Yeah.
Get my answer on the record.
We like it.
Absolutely. Wei Wuxian,
People like to make him a bit of a kitsune.
He is a bit of a kitsune type 1 to me. I like
to do
it.
that.
He's a Paper Mario.
He is a Paper Mario.
A bit of a Paper Mario.
Canonically, he's a Paper Mario, and we know this.
He could be a kitsune type 1. He could even be a tanuki type 1. I could see it.
True.
He could be a bit of a tanuki boy.
Dragging a giant ball sack around.
Dragging his gigantic fucking nutsack around.
Skating around on it.
Standing around.
Zhang Chung, I feel like Zhang Chung is some type of vengeful wraith.
What's the most owned of all the mythological creatures?
He's like a cryptid, but a really lame one.
He's a squonk.
Oh no!
You don't know about a squonk?
Have you ever seen a squonk's tears?
He's a squonk.
Well, look at mine. People on the street have all seen better times.
People look at me, people point at me all the time, and they say, squonk.
Any major dude ever had, so let me tell you, my friend.
That's all I got. Sorry.
Putting my image of Zhangsheng Squonk into the chat. Just a funny guy. He kind of looks like...
Little squonklet.
Kind of looks like a nutsack, just to stay on the topic, but...
A little nutty with it.
When you think about it.
Oh, God. Oh... His pooper is so robust. It's just a tube.
Is that?
It doesn't even look like a tail. It looks like a fucking extruder.
An extruder, they said.
His pooper.
It's his
dumper.
Yeah.
It looks like his dumper.
I hate that.
All I can see is hit it, Lon Quiren said brutally.
Oh yeah, I didn't read it as Lon Quiren also.
Lon Quiren.
I was afraid that if I said it that way, people would think that I just don't know how to say it.
No, they added a Q. They added a U in there, listeners. It's
Lon Quiren.
Lon Quiren.
That squonk does not look like it's having a good time.
I mean, that's the squonk's lot in life.
Sitting in a puddle of its own tears.
As it is Zhangsheng's lot in life.
That's true. Zhangsheng would be a squonk now that you've brought that to my attention. Absolutely.
You hate to see it.
Lon Shichen.
What's the most Bernie emoji?
I don't know, Bigfoot, probably.
Mothman?
Well, that fits.
Bigfoot would be nice. Mothman is nice, too.
Mothman is fun.
Mothman could be fun. Nie Mingjue.
He's Mothman because Mothman has no neck, and when you're that big and juiced up,
your neck
no neck.
It kind of just disappears in the rest of your meat. Yeah,
yeah. It's George Corpse Fisher Grindman syndrome is what I call it.
Very true.
I was going to say Rayman, but I guess that's not technically
George Corpse
speaking.
Grinder Rayman.
It's a mythological creature, technically. I mean, if we're speaking broadly enough, absolutely. That'll do.
Which one of the characters is a rabbit?
Oh, God. Shayong.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Shayong. Shayong is a rabbit.
Yeah. Don't worry about not knowing him, Sam. He's bad.
Jiggy is a skinwalker.
Jiggy... I think it'd be funny if Jiggy was a Fresno pants walker. That would be very funny.
Oh my god.
When you were filling me in on everything that I missed, you referred to him as the wizard president, so I just picture him as Albus Dumbledore, and I look forward to when I do get around to watching the whole show and I see just how wrong I am.
You could not be more wrong. It's very good.
He's quite beautiful, I hate to say it.
You hate to say it. Hate to say it, love to see it. I think that's good. I think that's good for as far as answers go. I think we're chilling. We might be vibing a little bit.
Okay.
You want to talk about all of our plugs and all that crap?
Let's talk about our shit. Let's clean some house up.
All this shit. We have a Patreon. If you go to patreon.com/podrecesses, you can get some crap. You can give us $1 a month and you will become a disciple in our Discord. You get access to all of our bonus content, including She's in Good iPad, where we read Scumvillain and we talk about it.
Oh shit!
You can, you get access to #BlessUp, where us and friend of the show Colin, watch and discuss, the Heaven Official's Blessing Donghua, which is getting an English dub!
Yeah, spoiler alert, it's
Bro,
very good. And I'm gonna tell you, I caught a little clip of Ho-Chang's English voice actor, and I gotta tell you, doing a good job so far.
Let's go.
Looking forward to it.
Let's go Mets.
Sounds so crazy in love. Got him looking so crazy in love.
You can also get our commentary tracks on The Untamed. It's good. Just for a single $1.
Oh, $1?
One of them.
Okay. And then for $5, you can get even more stuff.
You can be a sect leader in our Discord. You get all the bonus content access. You get a thank you shout out on the episodes. You get a Comrade Name and Joy mini print of your choice. Yeah. And if you want to give us 10 entire American dollar every month, what I like to call a boys' meal, you will be chief cultivator of the show in our Discord. You get all the stuff we just talked about. You get a Pod Recesses Wall of 3,000 Takes poster.
Whoa.
We're
still working on that one.
It's big.
It's a lot of takes.
So how about we say thank you to our friends over on the Patreon.
Let's say thank you to our patrons. Our patrons. So it did scroll all the way up to the top. So let's say thank you to our patrons. Our $5 sect leaders of the month, who are Lena, Audrey F., Elvier, name redacted, Essie, Rast, Tracy Ray B, SK, and 690 sect leader of the show, Sarah. Thank you for supporting us. An extra big, special, warm, sloppy thank you.
Why?
$10 Chief Cultivators.
Sloppy toppy thank you to our $10 set.
I don't think that Patreon's terms of service allow for that.
Sloppy can be whatever you want it to be.
Sloppy is in the eye of the beholder.
Our $10 Chief Cultivators: Scout, Colin, Caroline, Jay, Jenna, Rachel Dubb, Milk, and Kirsten S. Thank you. And an additional big thank you to Noisepace.xyz for being our podcast dad.
Podcast dad. Dad of the podcast, Matt GameCube.
Thank you, Matt GameCube.
Thank you, Matt GameCube.
Check out all these fucking shows.
Oh, we'll get to some damn shows. in just a second.
Check out all these shows.
We'll get to them.
I gotta quench myself.
Go for it. Oh, what's your drink right now? What you drinking?
I talked while I was still drinking. We didn't do drink of the week. I got too excited about my drink. It's actually not that great. It kind of tastes like floor cleaner, but that's okay. It's the oak. Oh, drink of the week. 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 It's actually, thank you. We're keeping it clean this week. I'm actually drinking a gold yuzu drink with aloe by OKF. I got it at the Asian market. It does taste a little bit like Pine Sol. I'm not gonna lie. It tastes a little bit like floor cleaner. Roy is creating a fun wax sculpture. It tastes a little bit like floor cleaner, and it has those good chunks of aloe in it. But for the most part, I think I'm enjoying it. I finished it, so...
It's not very good, but I'm enjoying it.
I'm one of those people where, like, if I buy something new and I don't really like it, but I spent money on it, I feel kind of obligated to finish it anyway, and then I just make a mental note that I hated it, but I'll still finish it, because I feel like I've wasted money if I don't.
That's one way of doing it.
Sam, are you drinking anything special right now?
I'm drinking the most special beverage of all. God gave it to us. It's called water. Try it today.
Ooh.
Yeah,
getting
folks, if you haven't had yourself a bit of water, I think I can...
That's wet.
I think it's time to enjoy a nice wet little bit of water.
Kind of a water kick to it.
Ooh, God, that's wet.
Ooh, spicy.
It's like when I ask people at work when they're looking for wine, I'm like, well, how do you like your wine usually? And some people will just say, I don't know, wet. I'm like, all right. Well, that's a start.
Yeah, that's something.
It's a little traditional, but, you know, if you want to be really fucking boring, I guess that's fine.
We can't all think outside the box.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have any astronaut wine in stock right now, so it's gonna have to be wet, buddy.
We've tried to dehydrate the wine.
Well, it sees
That's called
me.
raisins.
They dehydrate the wine and then it sees me and it's all for naught.
Why?
Yeah, baby.
Nothing like having the best Wigum in the world every day. Off the topic of Wigum, Sam, where can we find you?
You can find me, first of all, on Twitter at Posy Stress. You can listen to my podcasts. Obviously, there's Jurgen It, which I think was probably still going last time I was on here, about the secret life of the American teenager.
It was.
The Secret's Life.
Secret's Life.
When do these episodes go up? What day of the week?
It's supposed to come out on Tuesdays, but it's kind of up in the air right now. This will probably come out tomorrow.
Okay. Well then, just a paltry few days after this goes up, Kyle XY will return with.
Ooh.
We are reading a Kyle XY season 4 fanfic. What would have happened next? Well, find out.
Can't wait.
Boy, we recorded the first couple episodes of it already. It's really something, and I'm very excited for more.
Sam, you gotta tell me one thing. You gotta tell me one thing. Is Tom Foss in it?
I mean, he's gotta be in it.
He's gotta be.
He's gotta be in it.
He's gotta. Thank God.
Also, yes, he is.
Yay.
You can also listen to my other podcast, 0 to 0, which was originally about Who Wants to Be a Superhero, but there's only 14 episodes of that, so now we're watching the DCEU movies. We're currently watching Aquaman. Speaking of fanfic, we on this latest one, we read a couple chapters of a Wattpad fanfic called Pregnant by Aquaman, and let me tell you,
oh God,
does not disappoint.
Oh boy.
I hope the children were abominations.
That's the shit I live for.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm Roy. That's what my name am. I'm on Twitter at _Benui_, petition to get the person who has been sitting on Benui since 2010 and not posting
Disgusting.
to give me that damn at. I'm also on Twitter at Yeeling Hypebeast, which is where I post about Modao, but I also post about Modao on my regular blog, so who cares?
It just be like that.
I have another podcast on the Noise Space Network. It's called Nana Roy's Nightmare and Nera.
I think you should all watch it.
Watch it.
Listen to it. Shit, I still do that.
It's okay.
I still be doing that. Everybody listen to Nightmare and Nera. She talks about freaking creepypastas, man.
Freaking creepypasta.
It's so great. If you ever wondered what happens to Kyle XY and Tom Foss after Kyle XY, listen to the Sonic.exe episode.
You gotta.
And of course, listen to the Jeff the Killer episodes that I'm on, obviously.
Oh, you have to. You actually must.
Please.
When I listen to those episodes, it's like I'm drowning in a rich, dark syrup.
It's like I'm drowning in a thing of bleach. Yeah, Nightmare and Nera is going to be coming back hopefully this weekend, maybe next weekend. I still have no idea what we're going to talk about, but yeah. I've also been doing some streaming. I'm doing gaming on Twitch. If you want to go to twitch.tv/NanaRoy, I'm doing games. Fallon, where can we find you?
You can find me primarily on the Twitters. I am at America's Burden on the Twitters. That is where I preside. I am locked right now, but if you're 18 plus, you are welcome to send over a follow request.
If you're 18 and up, also, another thing that you can do is join our Discord.
Join
we talk
Discord.
about stuff. Somebody has posted a terrible, hilarious image in the middle of us recording.
Wait, Wushan's celebrating Omega Rights.
Take a little look
He's
here.
wearing a hat that says Omega Rights Activist and a
Oh,
shirt
great.
that says Slicker Together. We love it.
We're slicker together. That's really what we all love to see.
I want to die.
I will not speak positively or negatively on whether I personally would like to see it.
I will neither confirm nor deny. It's between us and God.
That's right.
You can find Pod Recesses, us, the podcast, at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com. We're on twitter.com/cloudrecess. Just the one.
Just the one. You get one.
One of them.
You get one.
Cloud Recess Pod. Subscribe. Leave us some reviews. Please, we like it.
Yeah, tell us what you think.
We would love it. I would be happy.
It would make us
this
smile.
November. Yeah. And do you know what we say at the end of every episode?
I think that we say, among other things, I think it's Semper Bunny.
I do think we say Semper Bunny. Checking the records, and I gotta tell you, we say Semper Bunny.
You are all my nephews now.
You? Me?
You, all of you are my nephews now.
Me? Devil has been solved.
Semper Bunny Sam, thank you for coming on.
Hell yeah.
Semper Bunny. So glad to be here. I can't wait to finally watch through the show, listen along with the podcast, and realize just how many incredibly basic things you had to explain to me over the course of this episode.
That's okay.
No worries.
It was fun.
It's good.
So they have zombies in this?
Semper Bunny.
I tried to posture by Googling Golden Core. Anyway, Semper Bunny.
Semper Bunny.
And we salute.